Welcome back to Finance Daily. Today we're doing a deep dive.
Ooh, deep dive.
Yeah, into Wallace D. Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich.
Okay.
You probably heard of it. It's been around for over a century.
Yeah.
Sparking a lot of conversation. And you can get a copy using the link in our episode description with a special discount just for our listeners.
Awesome.
And it's all about achieving wealth. So
It's interesting how relevant the core ideas in the book are, even after 100 years.
yeah.
It really focuses on the principles, rather than like specific tactics or whatever.
Absolutely. And that's what we're going to unpack today.
Okay.
Now, while Wattles does touch on some of those kind of metaphysical aspects, we're going to be focusing on the practical steps and the thought processes that he lays out.
Okay, cool.
And one of the things that really struck me right off the bat was his assertion that being rich is our right, not just a desire.
Right.
What do you think about that?
It's a powerful statement for sure. I think it really challenges us to rethink our relationship with wealth,
Yeah.
Wattles argues that it's our right to be rich because it enables us to live our life to the fullest potential,
Yeah.
Our fullest potential allows us to develop our body and mind and soul and contribute more to the world.
That's a really interesting perspective because it's not about greed or material possessions, right? It's about having the resources to experience more, to learn more, to make a bigger impact.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I know I felt limited in my own life by financial constraints. What aspects of your life do you think would flourish if money wasn't a factor?
That's a great question. I think for me, it would be the freedom to pursue creative projects, without having to worry about financial security. And I think also, the ability to support causes that I believe in and help others in need.
I could definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
So, Wattles doesn't just stop at asserting our right to be rich.
Right.
He goes on to say that getting rich isn't about luck or environment or even talent.
Okay.
He claims that it's a science
Oh, interesting.
with very specific principles that anyone can learn and apply.
That's right. He believes that there are universal laws that govern wealth creation, just like the laws of physics.
Wow.
And just as we can learn to harness the power of physics,
Right.
we can learn to harness the power of these laws to create wealth.
That's a pretty bold claim. I mean,
Wow.
think about someone, who's achieved significant financial success.
Yeah,
Do they seem to have a particular mindset or approach?
absolutely.
Right.
I think often they possess this kind of combination of vision and determination and a willingness to take risks, calculated risks.
Yeah.
They also have a knack for spotting opportunities that others miss.
It's almost like they see the world differently, right?
Yeah.
Like they're tuned into abundance.
Exactly. And that's what Wattles is trying to teach us in this book.
Right.
He's giving us that framework
Okay.
to shift our mindset from scarcity to abundance.
And align ourselves with those laws.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Wattles introduces this concept of thought as creative power.
Okay.
He argues that our thoughts are incredibly powerful,
Mm-hmm.
and we can actually shape our reality through the power of our minds.
He uses this analogy of a carpenter building a chair.
Okay.
So the carpenter first has a mental picture of the chair that he wants to create.
Right.
And then he uses his skills and tools to bring that mental picture into physical form.
Uh-huh.
So Wattles suggests that we can do the same with wealth.
So if I can clearly visualize my financial goals
Right.
and truly believe in their possibility,
Yeah.
I can bring them into being.
That's the essence of his argument.
Yeah.
He calls it impregnating the formless substance.
Whoa, okay.
It's a bit of a heady concept, but essentially he's saying that there's a universal source of all creation,
Okay.
a formless substance from which everything emerges.
Right.
And our thoughts act as a blueprint.
That shape this formless substance into the reality we experience.
So it's not just daydreaming.
Yeah.
It's about consciously directing our thoughts
Right.
and beliefs towards what we want to create.
Exactly.
Now, he doesn't stop there.
Okay.
He also emphasizes the importance of cultivating a feeling of gratitude
Yes.
for what we already have. He suggests that gratitude keeps our minds aligned with abundance
Right.
and prevents us from falling into that trap of scarcity thinking.
It makes sense when you're focused on what you lack.
Yeah.
It's hard to see the opportunities around you.
So how does cultivating a sense of gratitude impact our outlook and actions in a practical way?
Well, gratitude shifts our focus from what we don't have
Okay.
to what we do have.
Uh-huh.
It helps us to appreciate the resources that we have now and recognize opportunities for growth,
Right.
and to feel more positive and empowered.
So it's not just about feeling good.
Yeah.
It's about shifting our perspective.
Yes.
To one of abundance.
Totally. It's about recognizing that we're already rich in many ways.
Even if our bank accounts don't show it.
Exactly.
Now, while Wattles stresses the power of thought and gratitude,
right,
he's not advocating for passive wishing.
Right. No, not at all.
He's very clear that action is crucial.
Yes. He emphasizes what he calls efficient action.
Okay. What is that?
It's about being active in our current circumstances and striving for excellence in everything that we do.
Okay.
He encourages us to always aim to give more in value than we receive and constantly seek ways to improve and grow.
So it's about working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And always focusing on adding value.
Exactly. And this ties back to the idea of abundance. You know, when we focus on providing value and contributing to the world, we're more likely to attract wealth and opportunities.
It's not about taking from others. It's about creating something that benefits everyone.
Exactly.
That's a powerful concept.
Yeah.
So how can our listeners apply this principle of efficient action to their work and daily lives?
That's a great question for listeners to ponder.
Yeah. What are some small changes they can make
to
increase the value they're providing?
Maybe it's about going the extra mile for a client or coming up with innovative solutions to problems or simply being more present and attentive in their interactions with others.
Those are some great examples, and it's something we can all strive for no matter what stage of our careers or lives we're in.
Exactly.
Now, this leads us to another fascinating concept from the book.
Okay.
The advancing man.
Interesting.
This is Wattles' ideal of someone who embodies growth. And radiates it to others, attracting opportunities and success simply by who they are.
So you're saying success is contagious?
It kind of sounds like it, right?
Yeah.
You can absorb it from the right people.
In a way, yes. Wattles emphasizes the importance of projecting this image of growth in all of our interactions, leaving people with the feeling that they benefit from being around us.
It's not about manipulation, though, right?
No, it's about genuinely embodying that spirit of growth and abundance.
It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
If you project growth and success, those things are drawn to you.
Right. It's about aligning your internal and external world, your thoughts and your actions.
Right.
Becoming the kind of person who attracts success.
That makes me think about those advancing men and women that we encounter in our own lives.
Yeah.
Who are the people that inspire you with their energy and their drive?
Yeah.
What qualities do they possess?
They're often passionate about their work. They're constantly learning and growing, always looking for ways to improve. And they're generous with their knowledge and resources. And they genuinely want to see others succeed.
It's definitely something to consider. Are we being that advancing man or woman in our own circles?
Yeah.
Are we surrounding ourselves with people who embody those qualities?
It's so important. You know, the company we keep can have a profound impact on our own journey.
Yeah. We've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive. We've explored the idea that being rich is our right, that getting rich is a science, and that our thoughts have the power to shape our reality. We've also touched on the importance of gratitude, efficient action, and that concept of the advancing man.
It's a lot to digest.
It is.
But these are powerful concepts that can transform our lives if we embrace them.
And we'll be back in the next part of our deep dive to explore these concepts even further. We'll delve into some specific techniques that Wattles outlines for putting these principles into practice and for achieving lasting wealth and abundance. So stay tuned.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Wallace D. Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I wanted to kind of circle back to something we touched upon earlier. That idea of the advancing man, you know, the individual who embodies growth and seems to attract opportunity. So in this part of our deep dive, let's kind of explore how we can become that person.
Okay, I'm all ears. The book makes it sound almost effortless, but I'm guessing there's more to it than just positive thinking.
You're absolutely right. It's not about mere wishing or hoping.
Right.
Wattles is very clear that we need to act in a way that aligns with our desired outcome.
Okay.
We have to do things in a certain way.
He uses that phrase certain way quite a bit.
He does.
Yeah.
And it's this specific way of thinking and acting that he believes leads to wealth.
Okay, so can you give us some concrete examples of what this certain way entails?
One of the key aspects is cultivating a creative mindset
Okay.
as opposed to a competitive one.
Okay.
So Wattles believes that competing for existing resources is a losing game.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, we should focus on creating new value, contributing to the world in a way that expands the pie for everyone.
So if you're fighting over scraps, there's only so much to go around.
Exactly.
But if you're creating something new and valuable, the possibilities are limitless.
Precisely. And this creative mindset can be applied to all areas of life, from business to relationships to personal growth. It's about seeing every situation as an opportunity to create something better.
Right.
To add value, to contribute to the overall good.
So that really connects back to the advancing man concept, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's not just about personal gain.
Right.
It's about lifting others up as well.
You've hit the nail on the head, and Wattles offers some very practical advice on how to develop this creative mindset.
Okay, like what?
He suggests focusing on gratitude, finding the good in every situation.
Right.
Consciously avoiding negative thoughts and emotions.
Mm-hmm.
He even talks about surrounding ourselves with positive influences.
Right.
And avoiding those who dwell in negativity and scarcity.
That sounds a lot like the law of attraction.
Yes.
You attract what you focus on, so focus on the good.
Right.
But Wattles was writing about this way before that became mainstream.
Yes, there are definitely some parallels there.
Yeah.
He might not have used the term law of attraction specifically,
Right.
but the underlying principle is very similar. Wattles emphasizes the importance of aligning our thoughts and actions with our desired outcome.
Right.
So we must believe in the power of the universe to deliver what we truly desire.
It's not just wishful thinking.
No, it's about aligning ourselves with the forces of creation.
So it's not enough to just passively daydream about being rich.
No.
We had to cultivate that mindset of abundance.
Right.
And then take concrete steps towards our goals.
Exactly. And those steps will look different for everyone.
Of course.
Depending on their unique circumstances and aspirations.
Right.
But the key is to act with purpose. To believe that you are moving towards your goals and to maintain a sense of gratitude for the resources and opportunities you already have.
So the science of getting rich is about this interplay between mindset, action, and belief.
It is.
You visualize what you want, you take steps towards it, and you trust that the universe is conspiring to help you succeed.
That's a great way to put it. Now, Wattles is also very realistic in acknowledging that there will inevitably be challenges and setbacks along the way.
Of course, nothing's perfect.
Right. He doesn't suggest that it's going to be all sunshine and roses.
Right.
But he encourages us to view these challenges as temporary obstacles, not as insurmountable roadblocks or reasons to give up.
Okay.
Remember that quote we mentioned earlier? Every difficulty carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit.
That's such a powerful reminder.
It is.
When we face challenges, it's easy to get discouraged.
Right.
But there's always a lesson to be learned, an opportunity for growth, even in the midst of difficulty.
Absolutely. And sometimes those challenges lead us to even greater opportunities than we could have imagined.
That's true.
It's about trusting the process.
Okay.
Learning from our setbacks and believing that we're being guided towards our goals even when things get tough.
This brings us back to Wattles' ideas about competition.
Yes.
He seems to believe that true success stems from creating, not competing.
Yes.
Can you unpack that a bit more for our listeners?
Sure. So Wattles believed that when we operate from a competitive mindset, we're focused on scarcity. We're focused on fighting over a limited pie.
Right.
And this mindset can breed fear, anxiety, and ultimately limits our potential.
Okay.
A creative mindset, on the other hand, allows us to tap into the infinite abundance of the universe.
Okay.
So when we're focused on creating new value, on expanding the pie for everyone, we naturally attract more wealth and opportunities to ourselves and to those around us.
It's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Exactly. And we can apply this principle to all aspects of life.
Give me some examples.
In business, it means focusing on providing exceptional value to your customers.
Okay.
Creating products and services that solve real problems, that make their lives better in relationships. It means focusing on giving love and support, contributing to the well-being of those around us and in our personal lives.
Yeah.
It means focusing on growth and expansion, constantly striving to become the best versions of ourselves.
It's a beautiful concept.
It is.
But it also requires a significant shift in perspective.
It does.
We live in a culture that's very much steeped in competition.
It's true.
We're constantly being told we need to be better, faster than richer than...
It's true. Shifting from a competitive mindset to a creative one can be challenging.
Yeah.
But Wattles believed it was essential
Okay.
for achieving true and lasting wealth.
Okay.
He reminds us that the universe is infinitely abundant and that there is enough for everyone.
That's a good point.
We don't need to compete for a slice of the pie when we can bake a bigger pie together.
So instead of viewing each other as rivals,
Yes.
we can start seeing each other as collaborators, as partners in creating a world of abundance.
Precisely. And when we operate from this mindset of collaboration and creativity, we tap into far greater power
Okay.
than when we're focused on scarcity and competition.
I like it.
We open ourselves up to a world of possibilities.
Yeah.
And begin to attract even more wealth and abundance to ourselves and those around us.
Now, I have to admit, sometimes Wattles' language can feel a bit metaphysical.
Yeah.
Like when he talks about impregnating the formless substance of the universe with our thoughts.
Right.
How do we reconcile this with a more practical approach to achieving our financial goals?
That's a great point. Wattles does delve into some heady metaphysical concepts.
He does.
But if we distill those ideas down to their essence, we find some very practical applications.
Okay.
For example, this idea of impregnating the formless substance with our thoughts
Right.
can be interpreted as the power of visualization.
Okay.
When we create a clear and vivid mental picture of our desired outcome, we're essentially planting the seed for its manifestation.
So we're not just passively thinking about what we want.
Yeah.
We're actively training our minds to focus on it, to believe in its possibility,
Yes.
and to act in a way that aligns with its realization.
Exactly. And Wattles actually provides some specific techniques for doing this.
Okay.
He suggests spending dedicated time each day visualizing our goals,
Okay.
affirming our belief in their attainment,
Right.
and cultivating a sense of gratitude for all the good that's already present in our lives.
So it's about combining the power of intention, belief, and action.
You got it. And although some of Wattles' language might feel a bit outdated,
It does.
the principles he espouses are as relevant today as they were over 100 years ago.
Right.
The power of the mind, the importance of belief, the law of attraction.
Yeah.
These are timeless principles.
Even though The Science of Getting Rich was written in a different era,
Yeah,
the core concepts still resonate today.
they do.
It's about cultivating a mindset of abundance, taking inspired action,
Yeah.
and believing in the power of the universe to support our dreams.
Exactly. And while the specific tactics might need to be adapted
Right.
for our modern world,
Right.
the principles of creative thinking, gratitude, and efficient action are timeless.
I'm really starting to understand why this book has had such a lasting impact.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting rich financially.
Right.
It's about living a richer life in all aspects.
Yes, it's about aligning our thoughts, actions, and beliefs with our deepest desires and tapping into that infinite potential that resides within each of us.
You've beautifully articulated the essence of Wattles' message.
Oh, thank you.
It's a message of hope, empowerment, and possibility.
It is.
And it continues to resonate with people over a century later.
It does. This has been an incredibly insightful conversation so far.
It has.
If someone were to take just one key takeaway from The Science of Getting Rich, what would you say it is?
Wow, that's a tough one.
I know.
But I think for me, it would have to be the importance of cultivating that creative mindset.
Yes.
You know, seeing yourself as a creator, not a competitor.
Exactly.
It's about understanding that the universe is infinitely abundant and that you have the power within you to manifest your desires.
Yes, it's about making that shift from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance.
Yeah.
And believing that you are worthy of receiving all the good that life has to offer.
And when you embody this belief,
Yeah.
when you act from a place of creativity and gratitude,
Yes.
you open yourself up to a world of possibilities.
You do. You become a magnet for success.
I love that.
Attracting the opportunities and resources that align with your highest aspirations.
That's a powerful and inspiring message.
It is.
You reminds us that true wealth is not just about money,
Right.
but about living a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment.
Absolutely. It's about using our talents and resources to make a positive impact on the world, to contribute to the greater good,
Yeah.
and to leave a legacy that extends far beyond ourselves.
I think that's a great place to pause for now.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground in this part of our deep dive, exploring those principles behind The Science of Getting Rich in greater depth.
Yes, in the final segment, we'll delve into some of the specific techniques that Wattles outlines for putting these principles into practice.
Okay.
We'll explore practical steps you can take to cultivate that creative mindset,
Right.
visualize your goals,
Yeah.
and take inspired action towards achieving your financial dreams. So stay with us.
Welcome back to Finance Daily. In this final part of our deep dive into the science of getting rich, we're going to get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
And explore some specific actions we can take to apply Wattles' principles.
Okay, sounds good.
We've talked a lot about the importance of mindset.
We have.
But now it's time to bridge the gap between thought and action.
Yes.
Wattles is a big proponent of what he calls efficient action.
He is.
And I'm really intrigued by this concept of efficient action.
Yeah.
It's not just about working hard, is it?
No.
It seems to be more about working smart.
Right.
Aligning our actions with our goals.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on what that looks like in practice?
Sure. So Wattles highlights the importance of focusing intently on the task at hand.
Okay.
Doing it to the best of our ability and constantly seeking ways to improve.
Okay.
He also stresses the need to provide genuine value in every interaction to leave people feeling better off for having crossed our paths.
So it's a blend of presence, excellence, and generosity.
It is.
Always aiming to contribute more than we take.
Exactly. And he suggests that when we operate from this mindset, opportunities and resources naturally gravitate towards us.
So it's not about frantically chasing after every shiny object.
No.
It's about becoming a magnet for the right opportunities.
Precisely.
This reminds me of the advancing man concept we discussed earlier.
Yes.
It's about embodying growth, radiating it outwards, drawing success to us through our actions and mindset.
Absolutely. And a key component of cultivating this advancing man persona is practicing gratitude.
Yeah, he really emphasizes gratitude throughout the book.
He does.
Why do you think it holds such a central place in his philosophy?
Because gratitude has the power to shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have.
Right.
It helps us to appreciate our current resources.
Yeah.
See opportunities for growth that we might have overlooked before. And cultivate a more positive outlook.
Right.
And from this place of appreciation and positivity,
okay,
we naturally draw more good things into our experience.
It's almost like that saying, what you focus on expands.
Yes.
If we focus on lack,
yeah,
we experience more lack.
Right.
But when we focus on gratitude, we open ourselves to greater abundance.
Exactly. Wattles goes as far as to say that gratitude is the key to unlocking the power of the formless substance.
Right, that universal source of all creation we talked about.
Yes.
Now, I know the formless substance can be a bit of a mind bender.
It can be.
So could you offer our listeners a more tangible way to understand how gratitude might unlock this power?
I think a good way to think about it is when we dwell on what we lack, when we constantly complain about not having enough, we're essentially blocking the flow of abundance into our lives.
Interesting.
But when we're genuinely grateful for what we do have, even the simple things, we create an opening for more good to flow in.
So gratitude is like a key that unlocks the door to greater abundance.
It is.
Both within ourselves and in the world around us.
I like that. That's a great way to put it.
And it's a practice we can all cultivate, no matter where we are in our lives.
Exactly. Wattles suggests making it a daily habit to consciously express gratitude for all the blessings in our lives, both big and small.
Now, he also talks about the importance of visualization.
He does.
Can you explain how visualization fits into his overall approach?
So Wattles believed that visualization is an incredibly powerful tool for manifesting our desires.
Okay.
He encourages us to create a clear, vivid mental picture of what we want, to imagine ourselves already in possession of it, and to truly feel the emotions that would accompany its attainment.
So it's not just about vaguely thinking about our goals.
No.
It's about feeling them as if they're already a reality.
Exactly. And the more we can embody that feeling of already having achieved our goals, the more we align ourselves with their manifestation in the physical world.
So it's like sending a powerful signal to the universe.
It is.
And the universe responding in kind.
Yes, it is.
It makes me think of elite athletes who visualize themselves winning competitions. Before they even step onto the field.
Right.
They're essentially programming their minds for success.
Exactly. And Wattles believed that we can apply the same principle to any area of life.
Including our financial goals.
Yes.
So to sum up our deep dive into the science of getting rich.
Okay.
It seems to be about cultivating a creative mindset. focusing on gratitude, taking efficient action,
Yes.
and vividly visualizing our desired outcome.
Yeah, it's about aligning our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with the inherent abundance of the universe.
Right.
And becoming magnets for success.
You've captured it perfectly.
Thank you.
And while it might seem deceptively simple on the surface,
Yeah.
it does require a conscious effort to shift our thinking and our habits.
It does.
But Wattles assures us that anyone can achieve wealth and abundance if they diligently apply these principles with unwavering faith and determination.
That's right.
And he offers specific steps we can take to put these principles into practice.
Right.
So it doesn't just leave us hanging with a bunch of abstract concepts.
Right.
What are some of those steps?
He suggests starting each day with a clear intention to focus on abundance and growth. He encourages us to dedicate time to visualizing our goals and expressing gratitude for all the good that's already present in our lives.
Right.
And he emphasizes the importance of taking action each day, even small steps that move us closer to our desired outcomes.
So it's a holistic approach that encompasses our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions.
Yeah.
It's about making a conscious choice to align ourselves with abundance in every area of our lives.
It is.
It's about cultivating that unwavering belief in ourselves and the infinite possibilities that the universe holds.
Beautifully said. And embracing this philosophy can truly transform our lives.
The Science of Getting Rich isn't just a book about money.
It's not.
It's a guide to living a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment.
It's about unlocking our full potential, creating a world of abundance for ourselves and others, and leaving a legacy that extends far beyond our own lifetimes.
Exactly. And I believe that's a powerful message to leave our listeners with.
Yes.
The Science of Getting Rich reminds us that we are all creators.
We are.
That we have the power to shape our reality and create the lives we dream of.
It's about recognizing that the universe is inherently on our side.
Yeah.
It wants to see us succeed.
It does.
And all we have to do is align ourselves with its boundless abundance.
And when we do that, when we wholeheartedly embrace the principles outlined in this book, we unlock a world of possibilities. We become magnets for success, attracting the opportunities and resources that support our highest aspirations.
Beautifully said.
This has been an incredibly inspiring deep dive into the science of getting rich.
It has.
I encourage all of our listeners to explore this book for themselves.
Yes.
See what resonates with you. Experiment with the principles and watch what unfolds in your own life.
The journey to wealth and abundance is a process, not a destination.
Right.
Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the wins along the way and never, ever give up on your dreams.
That's a great message to end on. Thank you for joining us on Finance Daily for this deep dive into the science of getting rich.
It was my pleasure.
We hope you found it insightful and inspiring. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Finance Daily for more explorations into the world of finance and personal development. And until next time, keep thinking big and keep creating the life of your dreams